Alright everybody, welcome back to Spyro the Dragon. We're back in Peacemakers, gonna head into Terrace Village. Take a look at that skybox. I really think one of the most underrated skyboxes. It's just really pretty, really well done on that one. But here we go, into Terrace Village. Now I have to say, this is one of the most, I think, forgotten levels in this game. I think a lot of people forget that this one exists a lot of the time. It's kind of like it kind of blends in with the Beastmaker's home a little bit, and you just, I don't know, it's pretty easy to forget, even though I don't think it's a bad level. It is pretty straightforward, not a lot of weird stuff going on, but it is one that I think I can get why people would forget that it exists. I'm going in through here pretty fast. I'd like to get it done faster than slower, just because it's kind of, you know, basic. But again, not trying to take anything away from it. Take a look at that skybox, though. That's, I mean, that is it. I might say S tier skybox. I was gonna do a skybox tier list. That would be at the top, I think. Really great. But honestly, though, as I said before, are any of the skyboxes in this game bad? Are any of them, you know, that much worse where you would call them bad? These guys, by the way, oh, I am getting destroyed. These guys are pretty annoying enemies right here. So here's a little showcase. They're those same Norks from Beastmakers, but they are in these little metal suits that can shoot electricity at you, and you can, if you're reckless, you can easily get killed. You can easily get hit a ton of times. And this is a pretty wide open space. It's kind of you kind of don't expect it. It looks kind of like you just go straight ahead and you move on, but it's easy to forget a lot of gems here. So I'm gonna do my best not to miss any. Those extra life things, they look like, you know, they have like scales. Very, very strange. All right, here is, I actually don't know who this is. Claude from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Watch out, Spyro. The Norks in these parts have discovered the power of electricity, and it really stings.
Man, I'd love if the Elder Dragons came back in a hypothetical Spyro 4. And I think they definitely would, because I think Toys for Bob or whoever would be involved knows that everybody absolutely loves what they did with Spyro 1 in the Reignited Trilogy, and how Spyro 1 is the most improved, I think, easily, of the Reignited Trilogy. The other ones might not even be improved at all. Like, I don't want to say that. I mean, obviously the visuals and the whole experience it's been completely modernized to the point where the game is certainly better. I don't want to say that it's not improved at all. But there's enough things in it. Spyro 2 was pretty good too. Spyro 3, I know I have a very significant connection to Spyro 3, which is probably not fair for me to even give my thoughts on it, but it didn't impress me. Like, Spyro 1 Reignited impressed me like so much, and I'm very close to dying. These guys are kind of annoying too. There's a decent amount of them, and okay, there we go. Gotta time it well. You guys wouldn't believe how crazy speedrunning this stage is, though. How you have to memorize all the loops of the guys with their electricity on the surfaces. Alright, gonna run around and try and just pick up everything that I can on the outside of the area. Okay, that was kind of weird. But yeah, I really do think the Elder Dragons, they'd be back in some capacity, whether they're NPCs or, they wouldn't be playable, but just whether they're just regular NPCs, or if they have a more significant role, or if they have them in Crystal again, if that's one of the collectibles. But honestly, I'm of the opinion where I'm like, you know, whatever, if they were to make, and I'm not talking about Enter the Dragonfly, if they made an actual Spyro for, like, now, it'd be amazing. And I'm not going to get too much into that, but I think it's pretty obvious what my opinion is anyway on that. Alright, so, happy to do that relatively easily, because that can be a little bit tricky. And then, see, this one is hard. I think I'm going to get, oh, okay. That was lucky. And now I'm going to show you a part of this level that I, for a very long time, didn't know that it existed. And this was one of the parts of this game where I basically, like, had a lot of trouble, and I just screwed it up. Where I actually... I didn't actually screw it up, but I forgot how to get there. Okay, you have to go from here. Anyway, this is what happened. So it's like you go over here, you get this, and you're like, where do I go now? This is where you go. You have to go up here, and this is... You wouldn't believe how easy it is to miss that. I'm telling you, I didn't notice that for years. I probably had to watch somebody's video to realize that you had to do that. And then, here's something else you wouldn't know that you need to do. Yeah, this level's kind of crazy with the extra parts of it. And I do know that these fireworks here are an achievement or a trophy for Reignited Trilogy. There's another one. Here is the third one. This is not Fireworks Factory, although we do have fireworks flying around. I'll go ahead and pick up those gems, and then I'll get that dragon over there. Not sure how many I'm still missing there. Hopefully it's not too many more. Alright. Now this dragon here is one of the most amazing, iconic dragons there is. Is it Cyprian? Yes.
Good job, Spyro. One day you'll be able to tell all the dragons about your amazing adventures.
Sure, but what I'd really like to do is get out of this swamp.
I'm just so happy that they decided to make one dragon, you know, laying down. It's you would never expect that. It's so funny, so out of place, how all the rest of them are like strong and this guy's just hanging out. So there's some up there. There's only 2 dragons here? Yeah, I mean, this level, look at Magic Crafters. 3 in the homeworld, 4, 3, 3. And Beastmakers, 2 in the home, 2 in the village. I mean, you know, it's weird. I mean, considering you need the dragons to get out of Beastmakers, it's weird that there wouldn't, you know, like in these first 2 levels, there's barely any dragons. Now, that's not going to be the case. I do know for sure there's going to be more dragons. But Magic Crafters had a lot. I mean, Magic Crafters is very important. You cannot skip it. You cannot straight up skip it. I've lost my way a bit here. Yeah, I missed those gems bad. I couldn't quite find where I saw them. These things right here look like something directly out of Spyro 2. Hurricos or something. Or Aquaria Towers. It looks like they could have used that exact texture. It is amazing, though, how much... I don't want to say better as if these levels look bad, but just how different they look. And how much more modern the levels look in Spyro 2 and 3 in comparison to this game. With how closely they were released and how... I'm not sure about Spyro 2, but I know Spyro 3 was really rushed. Spyro 4 was, like, rushed to the point where it was released literally in a... Definitely in a state where it shouldn't have been released, like, at all. Not even, like, beta. Like, the game is straight up, like, not done. And that's the thing that sucks about it. Like, today, you know, it would suck, but at least they could fix it. Back then, it's like they put out this game that's unfinished, and that's it. And by the way, though, Spyro 4 Enter the Dragonfly, I have never actually played it properly. I have played it, I believe that's the end really quick. Yes, it is. Okay. I've never actually played it significantly. I did own it back in the day. I never played it much. My sister did. For whatever reason, but I never played it that much. I think I just stuck to the first 3. But I'm telling you, I hardly remember it. And I would love to check that game out again. It's one of the games that I want to see what I think of it truly, because I know what people say about it, and I don't know if it gets you know, if it deserves everything that it gets. But I want to try it out for myself, so stay tuned for that. And here we go, Misty Bog. I mean, a very, very different Skybox here, and it's going to be interesting. This is a very fun, very good level, so I hope you join me then, and see you later.